A recount continued today in Afghanistan's disputed presidential election. Preliminary results after the voting took place nearly 7 weeks ago showed incumbent Hamid Karzai was the winner. But then came allegations of massive fraud. In my interview today with Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, I asked her about America's relationship with Karzai. How can the U.S. stand behind a president who is so mistrusted by so many of the people in the country? Isn't that a bad partnership?
You know, Katie, we're going to have to expect a lot more. And I have known and worked with President Karzai since 2003, I guess.
Are you terribly disappointed in him?
Well, I believe that some of what we're seeing is endemic. You know, we deal with a lot of countries where the governments either don't have the capacity or are plagued by corruption, cannot deliver for their people. And we know that we have to figure out how better to work with them. And at the end of the day, the people of Afghanistan have to believe that they have a government that's on their side.
But they
Otherwise,
don't.
Well, some do and some don't. They don't think they have an alternative. They've got to believe that they're going to be protected. And in our conversations with people below the presidential level, people working in the national government and people down in the local areas, the village elders, you know, they all say the same thing: help us to be able to protect ourselves and then leave.
But the question is, how long will it be before the U.S. can leave?
I consider it development.
The administration is offering no timetable as the conflict enters its 9th year.
We have to figure out how much patience we have and what sacrifices we're willing to make. I mean, you know, we still have troops in Europe and we still have troops in South Korea. And a lot of the governments that we have supported with that kind of very heavy footprint, as well as financial aid and development and all the rest, in the last 50 or 60 years, took a while to evolve.
We may have a limited presence there for many years.
Well, I think I'm not going to characterize what our presence is, but I think it's important for us in the government to make the case to the American people that when we have horrible tragedies like what happened at Wanat, or this recent terrible ambush and killing of our American soldiers of the last week, that this, as painful and horrible as it is, does have a direct relationship to protecting our country, our interests, and our allies, and our way of life. And I think that's, that is a case that has to be made, and it's up to the American people to decide whether they agree with it, and it falls on the president to make the decision about how we proceed.